like I'm superstar because there are so many cool people here. I'm excited. Okay, guys, hello. My name is Jane, and I am Vice President of Sales at Appness. So we have created the first marketplace for white hat Facebook campaigns where we connect mobile app developers with third-party media buying experts from all over the world and provide them with tools for effective, transparent, and profitable collaboration. Today we're going to talk about media buying on Facebook and give you some tips about how to make Facebook media buying easy and what's more important, profitable. But first, let me remind you why we have chosen Facebook as the only traffic source to create our marketplace for. So, first of all, let's have a look at the numbers from Q1 2017. So, with more than 1.9 billion monthly active users worldwide, and Facebook ads generated actually more than $26 billion last year, which proves that many marketers already consider Facebook as a great traffic source to attract their customers directly to their products and applications. However, actually, for you as affiliate marketers, Facebook can be a powerful tool in your affiliate marketing strategy. However, many affiliate marketers are often associated with something negative and even unethical because of the aggressive and sometimes even annoying methods of promotion some of them use. The thing is, different affiliates can wear different type of hats, which are black hats, gray hat, and white hats. Black hat activity is fraudulent activity which aims at scamming people out of their money. So, gray hat activity, gray hat promotion method is ill-defined rather than something between black hat and white hat. And finally, white hat marketing is entirely legal, which means that you run an honest and transparent ad campaign on Facebook and you don't lie to your customers. So the advantage of this promotion method is that you work with a traffic source and not against it. So white hat marketing is the safest way to earn money on Facebook. However, media buying on Facebook can be tricky because of the following reasons. Because of the strong bidding competition, non-performance models such as CPC and CPM, and complicated optimization algorithms which are far from being transparent. So the main question is, how to understand Facebook ads algorithms, make media buying effective, and start finally earning money. Let me share our best practices based on a real true story with one of our clients, Picsite. They've got a coloring book app. So, first of all, I will begin some tips. First of all, consider using video ads. Video creatives actually are more memorable than ordinary combinations of text and images, which is why they create strong brand recall, higher engagement, and lower costs per acquisition. So for Picsite, we tested over 1,000 different ads and tried different ad formats. For example, static banners, carousels, and videos, and eventually we stopped at the video because it was showing stably best performance results. For example, we identified that the most popular creative was the one showing the app functionality. So, a tablet in hand, app opening, the process of painting, the results. So, the relevant score of such ad was 10 compared to 5 from the regular video. So let's move on to the next life hack. Everybody knows that ad fatigue is a big problem. If you target a relatively small and narrow audience, sooner or later Facebook will start showing your ads to one and the same slice of audience repeatedly. This can be annoying because if a user sees one and the same ad regularly, he can actually go to Facebook and say, hey, I'm tired of seeing this ad. So for you, this may mean, and this may result in a bad relevant score, low CTR, and higher conversion cost. So when we work with Picsite, we were constantly monitoring the stats, and we always replace the old creatives with the new ones, not allowing the frequency indicator exceed 1.5 for each particular ad set. So that's why we were testing so many ads. So the next one, the beginners in Facebook advertising often forget to exclude people who already clicked on their ad and converted. So, for example, we actually, initially we did the same mistake, and so at some point our ROI went down due to the fact that there were too many people that already installed the app or made the purchase. And of course, we were not actually paid for non-unique purchases. So think about it. Do you really want to waste your money on someone to whom your ads are no longer relevant? I don't think so. That's why we decided to exclude the people who already installed the app or made the purchase, or like just installed the app and didn't make any actions. And actually, it allowed us to decrease the cost per acquisition. So next one is like, think about it. When you start your advertising campaign on Facebook, the first thing you have to do is to identify the portrait of your ideal customer. Facebook gives you lots of options for targeting, and of course one of the options is interest. But there are so many interests you can target while using mobile app install ads. In our case, we narrowed down our choice to two basic categories, coloring book and art therapy. So choosing these two interests, you can target more relevant users that are that have higher chances to convert. And actually, we got a good flow of unique users using these two interests. But Facebook actually is very smart and sophisticated because it can give you the opportunity to actually choose people and divide people by types of mobile devices. So the coloring app, the Pigment app, was designed specifically for iPads. That is why iPad conversion rate was actually historically higher than that on the iPhones. So targeting specifically iPad Pros allowed us to decrease the cost of unique purchase by 34%. That's not a bad result, right? So let's talk about bidding. Smart bidding is crucial. If you bid too low, so your ads won't get the right exposure and you won't reach your goal. If you set a higher bid, you are telling Facebook that you are willing to spend more on your ads than your competitors, which is why we had different experiments with bidding with the Pigment app. We wanted to understand whether we are bidding right or we should change something. That's why we just created two equal ad sets. So they were absolutely similar, but for one thing. In the first case, we used the manual bid, lifted up by 3 times. So we were bidding high, really high. And in the second case, we actually used the auto bid. So we let Facebook choose the right bid for our ads instead of us. And the results were amazing because actually the first case where we bid it high, we got more unique users and more high quality users. Why? Because if you bid high, you are telling Facebook that you are willing to spend money. And that's why you switch on these optimizational algorithms and get lower cost per install. So let's talk about lookalike audiences. Actually, it is very important to use custom audiences to target people who are more likely to install your app and convert into a unique paying user. So give this some thought and start using lookalike audiences if you don't do this for now. Because actually, the best results with the Pigment app were reached with the usage of lookalike audiences, which were collected during our initial campaigns. So we already knew that the most of the audience of the app are young women, 70–80%, and we tailored the offer to the female audience and actually added some interests, like already I mentioned, art therapy or close to real-life drawing experience. So this allowed us to actually get higher results and decrease the cost per unique paying user. Well, the right combination of targeting, bidding and creatives allowed us to outperform the Pigment team expectations, and here are the results that we got. So within 3 months, the expected ROI was increased by 88%. And the cost per action, which in our case is a unique purchase, subscription to the service, was decreased by 37%. So before Appness campaign, the client's own campaigns, the CPA was $43, and in our case, we managed to decrease it to $27, which is also a good result. So, and we increased the number of unique purchases by 220% within 1 month. So the client was actually very happy, and so were we, of course. So actually, that was my top 6 my favorite 6 life hacks about how to make media buying on Facebook effective. But there's no universal or unique magical recipe of how to consistently get paying users at low cost. Because Facebook optimization algorithms are sometimes complicated and they are not at all transparent. But the key to success is actually never stop experimenting and trying to find the right creative, the right targeting, and understand what works best for your particular product. So I really wish you all good luck, and I'm available for your questions. Thank you.